Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to bring you a guide on why I think Sushang is really underrated and some players are sleeping on her because she's super dope and she's super great in a lot of situations. You will see gameplay about me beating the Memory of Chaos, the floor I think it's the 15, the last one, and she's super great. But why is she super great? So she's super great because on the Forgotten Hall you have a lot of instances where the enemy is weak to physical damage. For example, here everyone has weakness to the physical damage, so here Sushang is super great. The only bad matchup is the Silverman Soldier, but well, he doesn't give a lot of damage. On the 14 we have Bronya, where Bronya and all of the enemies also are weak to the physical damage too, so that's super good too. In the 13 she's not that super great, but she can also have some good matchups here, so you can put it as second carry, for example. But on the 12 she's great against this guy. Basically almost all the silver mains enemies are super weak against Sushang, and Sushang deals a lot of damage. She's super great, she carried me like a lot. But also you have to think, the reason why she carried me is because she has a really great passives, and she has also a super good way to break the shields of the enemy, so she's super great. Right now my stats are not the best, okay? I have this without leveling up too. My relics are not super good. I'm working on her a bit, but as far as you can see, I literally destroyed this with Sushang. Sushang is super great. But why? Let's talk a bit about the abilities and what they do, the skills, sorry. Basically, the skill, the first one, it deals physical damage and it has a trigger of sword stance. It has a 33% of trigger in the sword stance, and basically what it does is doing additional damage. While this may not seem a lot, it's really big scaling, and also the ultimate makes you trigger the sword stance by 2 turns. So basically you are triggering always the sword stance. Also, if you break the enemy weak point, you will be able to choose between quit with ease, which basically is if you use the skill against an enemy with broken weakness, sorry, you will regenerate 1 skill point. That's super dope, and it makes a lot of difference between not generating skill points and generating skill points, because you can still spam the abilities. Repose is super good too, because for every sword stance is triggered, the damage dealt by sword stance increases 2% and it stacks up to 10 times. You don't know how much I one-shotted a lot of bosses with this, like it went like 50% of HP down or things like that. It's super amazing. The technique and the talent we don't talk a lot, but the talent basically what it does is if you break the weakness point of the enemy, Sushang gets a speed bonus. It's super great. I'm really happy with her. Also for the Lycon, Traces and Relics, I didn't say it. Eidolons, I have the A1, but it's not that big of a deal. The Lycon, you can play almost every one on the hunt, but all of them are good on her. The best on her is this one, because you will stack damage to the enemy when you focus on single target, which is really amazing. It makes a lot of difference, but you can play almost every Lycon. For Traces, you want to level up your ultimate, your talent, and your skill. I also get these two. I don't have it because I don't have enough for some reason, and I don't have the resin to do it, but it's okay. And finally the relics. I don't recommend farming a lot of relics, but if you have ones that are decent, play them. I always play Musketeer of the Wild Heart, because right now I don't have that time for getting good artifacts and I don't want to spend money right now. So I just play this and this. But personally it's really important that you put speed on boots on all your characters, please guys. It's really good and it makes a lot of difference, because basically having more speed on Honkai Star Rail makes you go faster on the turn and you can hit more times, so keep that in mind when you are pushing for that. For this, put this one for increasing the crit rate, or maybe the one which crit damage, which is this one, but I highly prefer this one. Here, don't put tag. If you have physical damage, put physical damage. And here, if you have, for example, attack percent, I don't have it, put attack percent, but sadly I don't have it, so I put this shit. Maybe it will be better to swap it for one that it has attack percent and just go to another thing. But yeah, this is my build currently. It's work in progress. You know, the game has been released like 2 weeks or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So I don't have everything farmed that. But as you can see, I'm progressing really good. I've beaten all the simulated universe, and right now I'm at the Forgotten Hall of Memory of Chaos. I got it unlocked. I haven't tried it. I'm a bit lazy, but I'm gonna try it probably on a stream or something like that. And for the... let me show you. For this one... oops, sorry. For the Herta office on the simulated universe, I beat all the simulated universe, as you can see right now. Right now I can't do anything else. I don't have this because I have to level up. And the World 4, I just beat it the last day. Yeah, this is the equipment of my Sushang. Let's get into the team section. I'm gonna show you now the team. Basically, this team is the one I play the most. Is with Weld, March 7th, and Clara. Right now I'm leveling up everyone because yeah, my cons are not super good on Clara and March because yeah, you know, I have worked a lot on Silly. But basically this team, what it does is put Clara the shields and let Sushang do the job. Basically Clara just counters the enemy every time that they hit them. If you are not comfortable without healing, you can swap maybe Weld for Natasha. Natasha is super good too instead of Weld. If you want to go for a more defensive option. If you don't have Weld and you want a more aggressive option, you can play for example Serval or Pila. I had a lot of good results with Pila. I literally only level up Pila to play double cryo and double physical dealers. So basically these are the teams you can play. If you don't have Clara, don't worry. You can put here the Trailblazer with Pyro Resonance. Well, not Pyro Resonance, the Fire Way, which is the Preservation one. And you can play for example other characters like Pila instead of the Clara, or another super like Natasha and stay with Weld. That's all the combinations you can do. You can also play Tingwan. Tingwan is super good. I don't have her sadly, but Tingwan is really good and really dope. And I wish I have her, but sadly I don't have it. Let's go into the gameplay and I show you a bit how Sushang works and what you can do on the games. Okay, so here I start with the weakness spot and we start with the buffs. It's super important, this one. We can do a lot of damage to the enemy right now. We can do for example this and do the weakness point. We can go to Clara and buff with the shield. It's super important to do that too. Also, you can play for example here this one or 2 shots, still some AoE. But you get the point. Basically, you focus your main shields on Clara. Natasha can heal you. And also Clara gets a lot of counter attacks while Sushang on all this time it's getting a lot of time to deal a lot of damage. You will see more later on the video because I will let you the battle all over that this game is super good for Sushang. Sushang is really amazing against Gepard. Gepard it's really bad against Sushang plus Clara, and you can counter him really easy and kill him really fast and easily. I highly recommend this team if you are having a lot of troubles. If you don't have Clara, as always, you can swap it for another shielder, like for example the Trailblazer as I told you. But yeah, nothing else to say. Don't sleep on her. She's super good, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. I'll let you with the gameplay.
Time those years. Don't say that the days looking for a sign. Start in a try. Run cross fields of ice, bathing in the starlight. Be well aware of roads we've gone by. Put yesterday's aside with future head on. Now trailblazers keep grandos in mind. rusty time. Those years. Don't say that the days looking for a sign. Start in a trace. Run across fields of lights, bathing in the starlight. Be well aware of roads we've gone by. Put yesterday's aside with future head on. Now trailblazers keep grandos in mind. One, stop staying within the lines. Two, we always align. Three, even if we don't gain the upper hand, we'll fight for right. Four, never care or rap for hindsight. Five, let us fight the night. Six, even when there are wheels within, we'll go ahead. Get it for the Get rid of the breeze from the rusty time. Those years. Don't say that the days looking for a sign. Start in a trace. Run across fields of lights, bathing in the starlight. Be well aware of roads we've gone by. Put yesterday's aside with future head on. Now trailblazers keep grandos in mind. One, stop staying within the lines. Two, we always align. Three, even if we don't gain the upper hand, we'll fight for right. Four, never care or rap for hindsight. Five, let us fight the night. Six, even when there are wheels within, we'll go ahead. Get it for the Get rid of the breeze from the rusty time. Those years. Don't say that the days looking for a sign. Start in a trace.